What's up, YouTube? I'm here to talk about the WikiLeaks, discussing exactly what happened, or at least what it looked like on camera. Now, people could say I'm un-American for not backing the troops on this, the two soldiers on this one, but it was a flat-out murder. Now, there was Saaed right here, and there was a couple other Reuters walking reporters in the local area, just doing their job in their local area, and they were basically just doing their job unarmed, and they were fired upon by two soldiers in an Apache helicopter, and they were lying about the whole reason. They say, at least I saw in the video, they weren't being fired upon. They lied and said they were being fired upon. And they also lied and said that the guys had weapons. Now, the weapon part, I could see that they think maybe that they could have had some weapons, but that isn't the case now, is it? And I do believe casualties of war, but this was a flat-out murder. This isn't, this is like some punks from far away playing a video game, like a Call of Duty, and doing an airstrike, you know? And they were laughing about it, very demented, very evil, laughed about it. And after the first initial contact with the reporters, they shot them all. Saaed scattered towards the wall, and he was on the ground on his knees, crawling, trying to survive like any of us would try to still survive. Of course, it's in our nature to want to survive. And one of the soldiers kept saying, "Please have a weapon, please have a weapon, please have a weapon." And then a van rolls up, and unarmed civilians again, and with two kids in there, mind you, and they go to pick up some dead bodies and Saaed. Well, then they get shot up, they get blasted. So then the Bradley shows up with the ground troops, and then even the ground troops are like, this little girl is injured, and the soldiers straight up said, "Haha, well, they shouldn't have been in a war zone, huh? They shouldn't have been around where a war's at." Is that how they lie to themselves and sleep at night? Is that how they feel that they can get away with it? Camera don't lie, and these people need to be punished to the fullest. They need to be locked up and throw away the key. Now, I do believe in good people, bad people. I believe in good cops, bad cops. I believe in good soldiers, bad soldiers. These were bad soldiers. There's no way anybody should be backing this, because I don't discriminate against other people, other races, other countries for political reasons. You know, not everybody over there is evil. We have, let's say, we have bad people here too in America. You're saying our government has never lied or staged events or never lied to its American people for political reasons? You're lying to yourself if you believe that. And these people, these two punks, killed innocent civilians and two kids. Well, at least they were injured. I don't know if they were killed, but that is sick. And if you are backing this, then you're sick and demented yourself. And I don't care. You can call me crazy. You call me demonic. You call me whatever you want to call me. Un-American. I know what I am. You can't break me. I know. And the people that are backing me, that are feeling me on this, cool. Keep up the revolution. Let's do this. Because things like this, remember, there's going to be soldiers coming back from the war, right? The bad ones. The criminals, the war criminals, and they're going to come back, and they're going to get a job as a cop, alright? They're going to pull over you and me, maybe pulling over our family members, pulling over our friends. What if they accidentally shoot somebody, and then come to find out they never had a gun? Is that a casualty of war? No. Situation is different now because it's on our soil, right? Yeah. People need to wake up. People need to understand and have an open mind of what's going on around us. Not just here, but in the world in general, and also in America, what's going on here, there's a lot of bills being passed that are pretty crazy. And it doesn't matter if it's left or right, it doesn't matter if it's Republican or Democrat, because it's all big game, you know. A president does not run this country. Bush never ran this country. Obama don't run this country. It's people behind closed doors that make decisions, all right? And just imagine, you have a big population, you're trying to control them, right? You're going to lie to them. You're gonna stage events to make people want to go to war, to make people go with the flow on what you have to say. And then you got these corporate-owned media that just put out propaganda, and we just roll with it because we're going. I don't, and other people are starting to wake up. But there's a lot of people that just go with the flow. They believe everything that's said to them. They don't research. They just go with it because they don't have time. And as being an American citizen, your duty as an American citizen is to follow your politicians, is to make sure that they're doing what they are supposed to do. But we don't, do we? So that's why our country, our nation is in the shape it's in now. It's because people just don't care. They rather watch their sports and go do their little hobbies and not pay no attention because they don't want to stress on it. But then when we get taken over by a bunch of criminals, then we all start pointing fingers at each other, right? But we're not pointing fingers at the right spot, are we? We need to realize that stuff like this does go on. There is pure evil out there. And if you don't believe in the Constitution and God, then or you're just not an overall good person, then you know there's a lot of evil in our own country. And if you're saying that there isn't a lot of other situations that happen like this, you're lying to yourself. There's plenty of war crimes that's happened. Did you see the Marine throw the puppy off the cliff and kill it? That's sick. And that's terrible. But what about human lives? Is killing a human being terrible? Yes. Human life should be more valuable. But in TV and land and in video games, it doesn't mean nothing to kill somebody. It's just an extra bonus. It's a point on a video game. And that's exactly how these two punks saw it on TV, on their Apache helicopter screen. They were cowards from afar shooting at innocent, unarmed civilians and 2 kids. Yeah, if you agree with that, then you are an American. Then you do not belong in our country. Then you do not believe in freedom. That's all I really have to say about this. I mean, if you're not awake, then if you don't have an open mind, then you're never going to be awake, and you're never really going to want to know the truth. You're just going to want to keep lying to yourself. You know what? And have that fake illusion that you're American. You're not an American. You're a sorry excuse as a human being if you believe in war and destruction. Now, if you really want to know the real reason why we're in Afghanistan, it's because of opium fields and oil resources. That's the real reason why we're over there. Let's talk about Pat Tillman. Let's talk about you know, he was killed, and at first we tried to make him out to be this glorious hero because he was a football player, because a lot of people are going to want to know what happened to him. Come to find out it was friendly fire, or was it he was killed because he was writing to his family and telling them about he was going to expose the government and tell them the real reason why we're over there is because of the opium. We're guarding opium fields. Do you know that? Drugs. Yeah. Drugs. Drugs make the world go round, don't you know? Anyways, I like to get your feedback. I like to know how you guys feel about this. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate mail, but I don't care. I know I'm American. I know I love my people. I love people in general, so it doesn't matter. And another thing is, I think you need to watch this, Fall of the Republic. If you want to know what our government's really about, it's not about us. It's just a big numbers game. Fall of the Republic, and behold, a pale horse. William C. Cooper was an ex-Navy SEAL that exposed has plenty of information here, exposed our government. This book was published in '93 and he was killed after 9/11 because he was exposing 9/11 for the real reason while we were over there. He was killed at his Eager, Arizona home, and he sent his, he knew it was going to come. He was on a local way radio site, and he sent his 2 daughters and his wife away a year previous because he knew it was going to happen. He knew it was coming, but he felt obligated to tell us Americans on what's really going on. So please, do your research. Don't believe what the media tells you. You know, do your own research. Read books. Look through your computer. You know, look at information up. Don't just believe what's told to you, please. And may God be with you. And I love you all. Please give me some feedback.